Hello, everyone, and welcome to Movie Therapy, where I, Chase Lee, talk to you as my audience, the therapist, about a movie that I've seen, and let's just have a conversation about it in real time. And who knows, maybe if I'm on the fence about something, maybe I can kind of come up to a conclusion just talking about it and just having a genuine conversation about it. So the movie I want to talk about now is Crimes of the Future. Now, this one comes to us from Neon, and it's written and directed by the one and only David Cronenberg, a filmmaker that is not shy by any means, and he definitely has made a name for himself for, I think, all the right reasons. He's one of my personal favorites, so I was very much looking forward to this. So what is Crimes of the Future about? Humans adapt to a synthetic environment with new transformations and mutations. With his partner Caprice, Saul Tenser, celebrity performance artist, publicly showcases the metamorphosis of his organs in an avant-garde performance. So that is your plot right there. Sounds pretty cool, right? Definitely fits the Cronenberg model. He doesn't play it safe, ladies and gentlemen. You will have something that catches your attention just with the first sentence, and so that's what he's known for. He likes to swing for the fences, and he will get people's eyes. That's for sure. Anyways, this one, the two people that are performing these avant-garde kind of performances in front of people are played by Viggo Mortensen and Léa Seydoux, and then Kristen Stewart's in this. She plays a organ specialist. I think that's the best way to describe her. So those are your three main people. So going into this, I was really looking forward to it. I think David Cronenberg is a very special filmmaker. The guy is never shy. He always tells a story in the most potent way possible. And, it might be gory, it might be extreme, but there's always something underneath it that's either driven emotionally with the characters or really driven with some intense social commentary. And so the way he makes his films, it just, for me personally, it has an extreme effect because he has a different kind of viewpoint as a filmmaker and an artist, and him really just kind of making his voice heard with everything that he's seeing happening around the world and really wanting to put his unique style out there, telling what his stance is on like what he's just witnessing around the world. That's great stuff, and that's why I've always admired him. I like and love most of his movies, so I will always look forward to anything Cronenberg does. He's just that good. There's a lot of people, when they look at his films, are like, oh, he's just shock, and he's just trying to provoke you with no substance. It's like, yes, he is very comfortable with extreme violence and sex and all that, but that's not just what he does. Like, please just watch his movies and understand like what kind of thematic underbelly that he's got going on with the story, because it's really powerful stuff on what he's commenting on. So that's the way I see it. I understand if he's not for you, totally understandable. But for me, that's the way I see it. There's always something to his stories and to the characters, and I think that's what makes his storytelling a little bit more powerful than most. And he just likes to mix it with extreme violence and sex, but it works because he crafts the environment that they're in and it fits. So, yeah, so all that said, I was looking forward to it. I am open to seeing this movie again. I am open to understanding it on a deeper level. For me personally, I thought this movie was just okay. And I thought for Cronenberg, it was a little bit more tame, kind of dull in some areas, and also not as deep as I wanted it to be. It was just kind of more surface level type of thematic story points and character beats and everything. And it was fine, but I don't know. I felt like this could have been more. I think my major complaint about this is that this could have been longer. It's an hour and like 40, 45 minutes. This could easily been the next Westworld on HBO. I truly believe that. With the type of environment and the atmosphere that he has created with this, there was much more to be desired. It was cut short, and it didn't really feel like it scratched anything beyond that surface. So that is my major complaint about it. Other than that, I thought everything else was fine, and it set up a lot of interesting things and interesting ideas and just what Cronenberg was trying to tell us. But I honestly think it just could have been more. It really could have. Like, I feel like what we watched was a great pilot to a show. Like, even with the ending of this film, it was really powerful stuff, but by the time it kind of got revved up and got going, cut short. So that's my major thing about it. But to kind of go off of Cronenberg as writer and director, in terms of the actual story that he crafted, it's got like, for me, it kind of like had a taste of Blade Runner and like RoboCop and like a bunch of these like kind of futuristic stories. He kind of just crafted it in his own vision. Some of the set pieces fit that environment. Some of the practical effects and some of the actual things that were built to just make the scene feel a little bit more authentic. Good stuff. I like it. I definitely has a sense of style and a sense of a flair when it comes to what type of environment he's trying to create. On the flip side, though, I do find this film a little bit closed off. It doesn't feel as open world as it should. It feels like it's only set in like 2 or 3 locations, and it feels a little bit closed off than it should. Case in point, like when you look at Mad Max Fury Road, there's really not that many locations in that either, but you can feel the vastness of the desert. You can feel like this world has been in this state of emergency for quite some time, and it's just a bleak future. And like you can sense the reaches of this world to other parts of the world. I couldn't feel that here. It just, like I said, it felt very kind of closed off, almost like a stage play. It was weird. Like it was just a few environments that kind of played with, and that was about it. So I kind of wish it was opened up a little bit more. Hence why I think a series would have really, I think this would have dominated as like the next Westworld or something like that. So yeah, in terms of like environment and stuff, I think Cronenberg, he did okay for the most part, but a lot of the set pieces and costuming and kind of just craftsmanship of the production value, I think does help out quite a bit. As far as the actual thematic points and like the social commentary and like the characters that Cronenberg has written, once again, I think there is something there. Léa Seydoux's character, she has a lot going on, and so does Viggo Mortensen. Problem is, by the time it gets to like the last like 20 minutes of the film where the climax is about to take place, that's when their characters started to get a bit more interesting for me. And so I wanted more. And so getting cut off short like this, it felt like it did a disservice to the characters and like what he was trying to build up with their arcs and just their storylines. It was a little bit too late. But the characters that he did craft were really, I felt like they were sad, they were lonely, trying to seek validation from people. That's where the kind of body performance shows come from. There was a lot to them. It just wasn't explored enough. Kristen Stewart's character is fun. I like seeing her in a Cronenberg universe. She does this kind of like weird, not weird, but like a very like kind of shy personality, and it definitely you feel like that's something that she could easily do, but she actually makes this character stand out. She makes it different from the way she kind of carries the language and like has specific pauses between sentences and just the volume of her voice, like the inflections. Like she made that character really cool, because I'm like she has like that shy stereotype that we all know Kristen Stewart has, but like she managed to make something different. So I applaud her a lot for that. And then Scott Speedman is also in this. I really enjoyed him in this, because he definitely had a sense of menace to him, and you just don't see that as much from him, and so that was kind of cool. So yeah, I thought the characters were there. I just thought it could have been a little bit more. And as far as like some of the social commentary goes, with the synthetic environment and like having like these synthetic organs and stuff, I kind of got the sense that this was more of an environmental message with all the plastic that's polluting our oceans and stuff, and how that humans could also become just super plastic as the years progress and stuff. And so I that's what I got from it. Like it was an environmental thing. The person I saw the movie with, Joel, he pointed out like with the like body performance in front of people and stuff has a lot to do with like I think he said this, it was like validation and like the obsession with like our bodies, and like also the obsession with people wanting to like us and stuff. So kind of got that commentary going on, and a few other things as well. That I couldn't really pick upon. Once again, I think I need to watch it again. But those were like the two main ones. But I know that there was a lot more under it. Once again, with Cronenberg films, it takes a long time to dissect these things. But yes, I thought it was all there. Just could have explored it a little bit more. Honestly, and if they wanted to push this movie to like 2.5 hours, I would have been down. Maybe there would have been a little bit more of an impact of what he was trying to get across. And then, so I talked about writer Cronenberg. Let's talk about director Cronenberg, where I thought for the most part definitely has his sense of abrasive filmmaking, where he just likes to show it all and be as unnerving as possible, and really just makes you want to pay attention to every single shot. And I thought, just watching this, I felt like he's back. Like he has slipped back into the director role, and really just he knows how to keep your attention, and he knows how to make potent filmmaking, and I enjoy that. So I think for the most part, could have been longer, but I think writing and directing wise, he did a great job. Performances took me a while to get into with Viggo Mortensen, but by the time the end of the film happened in like the whole climax, I kind of got a little bit more into his performance and a little bit more into his character. And that final shot was worth it. But once again, I wish there was more. But he's a part of the last shot, and it was a really just beautiful moment of just clarity for the entire movie. Léa Seydoux is always awesome. She can take the worst script in the world, and she can make her part awesome. But that's not the case here. She is great all around with a pretty solid script. So I liked her kind of back and forth with Viggo Mortensen. I would actually like to see them do more films together as like a couple. And then Kristen Stewart was also really engaging as well. I want to see her take more kind of swings like this and do more films like this that are a little bit out of her, like what people are used to. And so I think she did a great job. And then I think the last thing I want to discuss, I mentioned it was a little bit dull. As much as I like the environment that Cronenberg sets up, I did find some of the cinematography to be a tad dull. It didn't feel, I don't know. There was just something about it to where like some of the shots were really cool, very inventive, but for the most part, it just didn't really have like a full Cronenberg flair to it, you know? And so I think that's where like I kind of felt like he was a bit tamer in this film. And so I have no clue. But yeah, it some of the shots were, I don't know, it was just quite bland and quite flat, and I don't know, when you watch a Cronenberg film, you're like, that's just not how he operates. But that could have just been another issue. And the music was also kind of cool from what I remember. Kind of once again sets the mood, sets the tone, and adds kind of a lot to it. That's about it. I know there's a whole lot more to discuss with Cronenberg films, but if you were actually interested in seeing this, I'd say still give it a shot. If you're a Cronenberg fan, give it a shot. Maybe you'll love it more than me. Maybe when I watch it again, maybe I will have a euphoria type of like coming to Jesus moment where I'm just like, well, I was an idiot. I should have understood everything that was going on. My friend Joel that saw it with me, he loved it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's going to be different reactions to it. But for the most part, I think it's fine. I just wish there was a little bit more to it. Once again, HBO or someone, pick it up as a series. Neon, sell it. Sell it to someone. Create a series out of it. And Cronenberg, pull David Lynch like he did with Twin Peaks on Showtime and just go bonkers with this one. So just an idea. But yes, thank you for hearing me out on this session of movie therapy. I really thank you for joining me here. Looking forward to the next one. And please let me know down below what you thought of Crimes of the Future. What do you think of David Cronenberg overall? I'm curious. So yeah, that will do it for this session of movie therapy. I'm Chase Lee. Thank you for joining me. And tune in next time for the next one. Bye-bye.